Hello everyone, welcome back to Farming Sim 25. We have our onions here, all planted. I also went over it quick with a hoe, and you can see if we look at the field info, it needs rolling. We're not going to do that. That takes so long, it's so expensive. It gives you like minor bonus to yield. So maybe someday, but right now, can't afford to lease a roller. So yeah, we're down to basically just getting a couple fertilizer states in. If we look here, you can see it needs rolling. We'll just take that off for now since we won't do that for a while. And then, yeah, so let's fertilize it. Now we do have our steering assist. This is another bonus of steering assist, is if you use a spreader like we have. Obviously there's no way to like figure out how wide it's going to go. I don't know if you can hear my cat, but again, every time. But he also just ate, and he gets a little meowy after he eats. So anyway, let's turn this on. Let's turn this on, and we should have a perfect 42 meter width. So yeah, we'll this will not take long at all. Like 2 passes. It might need a third. Hopefully it'll just take 2. And then we'll figure out what to do next. I think I know. I think I have a plan of attack, but we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it once we finish this. Let's do. Now we could like narrow it. You can see the partial width. We could do Control Z and narrow this, but that's like more effort than what we'll save. Like fertilizer is expensive, but we're not going to save that much by doing that right now. If we had like a tiny lot, like a lot to fertilize, it would probably add up. But right now we'll just keep it at 42. Come on, finish. This fence is going to get in the way. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. I think we have a little missed section here that we'll just hit quick. Good. Okay, so yeah, we see that like tiny bit in the middle. We will change our width for that. I was hoping 2 of these would be wide enough to get the whole field, but obviously not, and that's fine. Okay, that's a good bit. And now we just have this tiny strip. So we'll Control Z. Let's try like 15, and then we should. Yeah, we won't. I think if you wanted to like reset it, you could go into here. Oh, how do you do this? I thought it would take your partial width into account, but obviously it doesn't. So, I mean, we don't need it, but that's interesting. I wonder if there's a way and I just like am missing how to do it. Anyway, that's fertilizer. So now if we get rid of this mulched overlay, I don't know why mulched overtakes fertilized. My cat is going nuts right now. I don't know if he's if you can hear him on the mic, but he's just outside the door just yowling for no apparent reason. So anyway, I can't tell on the like waveforms like if it's hitting the mic. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a lot right now. Okay, so let's remove mulched because we probably won't mulch either. Again, it just takes so long for the tiniest bit of yield. So we want to do 1 more fertilizer state tomorrow. That way we have full fert. Alright, so we'll park that here. Okay, I guess it wants to save. Then we'll go sleep, because we have nothing else to do today. I'm trying to think production-wise. We got plenty. And our bed is way over here at our campsite. And let's sleep let's go till 9. That way it's like a little lighter. It won't make a big difference since it's summer, but we shouldn't need a full day. So it's fine if we sleep in a little bit. All right, so we should have, yep, this is all good. I don't see weeds, so that means we did get all the weeds with our hoe. So let's do, so we can tell that it is visually changing to that darker state. Plus, if we go here, we do have the dark blue, so we are getting a second fertilizer application. Yeah, if you're new to the game, just a heads up, there's tons of ways to fertilize. Like, I usually just do this way, especially in the beginning, because it's accessible. Once you get animals, you can get manure and slurry, which is just liquid manure. And there's you can use that as fertilizer, kind of free fertilizer, since it's just a animal byproduct. We could plant oilseed radish, and then if you cultivate that before you plant, that acts as a fertilizer state. There's probably ones I'm forgetting about, but those are kind of the main ones. But for now, this is what we have. I really do like the oilseed radish once we like own a planter. The reason I didn't this time is because we would have had to lease one, and so yeah, it just didn't quite make sense yet. Yeah, I think it takes like, I think you plant it takes like a month only, I think, to grow, maybe 2. And then it'll just stay there. You can just leave it all winter or whenever, and then just cultivate it when you're ready. It doesn't, it shouldn't wither. I don't remember it ever withering when I played, so I don't think you have to worry about like timing it too exactly. So we'll do that someday soon once we get a... Did I miss this little corner? No. Narrow this down. Let's try... Oh, 15 is the smallest we can do, so we'll do 15. We'll get rid of this now because we don't need to see the controls. Okay, so our onions are basically done. We wait until August. We'll check here in a little bit. Let's finish this. Yeah, if we check the crop calendar, LMNOPQRSTUV, there's the alphabet, and onions is O. So we planted in March, so August, so it's pretty short season. We'll have a big old harvest, so we have mini months, mini normal sized months in between. Why is this? There we go. I accidentally hit N. Okay. Let's use our brand new front gate and take this back to the store because we want to drop off our fertilizer. Now that we can actually unload stuff. It isn't like stuck to the container like it used to be, so now we can unload. When I say now, I mean that's been around for a long time. I still like think way back to like 13 and 15 all the time, but yeah, I guess the ability to unload is no longer new. It's been around for probably half a decade. Uh-oh. So I overbought on fertilizer quite a bit, which is fine. So if we hit I, there we go. Unfortunately, there's no like predictable way to do that. And now if we go into our vehicles, sorry for the shakiness. I don't mean to bring up my cats all the time, but another cat, the baby, the 2-year-old, she's just like jumped all over my recording desk, so it shook my microphone. So if there's some shakiness on the camera, which it looks like there might be, don't blame me, blame her. Pretty much anytime something happens, just blame my cats, because it's usually them. So here's our fertilizer spreader. We should return it before we spend more on lease. Now we have nothing else leased. And yeah, that's onions. So before we continue, I do have some fish food ready to unload. Actually, let's turn this back on. I was thinking, like, why not? Like, it's not going to hurt anything if we just we'll just like let it store up, and then maybe do some like pallet runs and just make a little extra money. Yeah. Like, it looks like this is already full. I wonder if we should turn this, where is that? Yeah, we don't need more distributing because this is already full. Yeah, so we could actually, okay, so yes, we're good here. We don't need to spend more on more. But we can fill up the fish food, and I was ready here. So got my $20,000 tractor. Lots of food. We're just going to fill this up quick. I don't think it's going to take all of this, but it took a good chunk. And that's it. So easy as that. Now we're good for a couple months. Now, here is what I think we should do. We have several months until August. So instead of sleeping again, I don't mind sleeping through winter because there's not much to do yet, because it's cold, it's hard to drive because of the ice and all that. But during the summer, it's like prime time to like get things done. So I think what we should do, instead of talking about it anymore, we should just rent some stuff and just clear these trees. So if we do like an overlook, I mean, there's a lot here. So obviously a lot of this will be off camera. You're not going to have to watch me spend 12 episodes clearing these. But imagine if all these were gone. 1, we're just going to make a lot of money. And then 2, it's going to look super nice. And 3, we're going to have all this land to do. I mean, we can maybe finally build a house or put down some chickens, or, you know, just have it. So we'll have this land plus the land by our onion field. Will just be nice to have. And again, just money. So what we're going to do that, if we can afford it, I want to this time rent a tree harvester. Giants, give us tabs. I want to click Forestry. Anyway, there's probably a mod for that. I should look for it because this shop is getting too much. Harvesters. So, oh, these are expensive. I thought there were cheaper ones. Didn't there used to be cheaper? I guess not. I mean, this is it. So our cheapest one is this. This one can cut down huge trees, but we're not gonna afford that. So let's just do this John Deere. And how much is this to lease? Probably a lot. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it's gonna cost $23,000 to lease, plus obviously more per day. But I'm thinking of the time it'll save plus profit. I think we'll make more money still. And then what I downloaded, and I highly recommend, if you are also don't like loading wood because it's so finicky, this auto load mod it's just a kind of a game changer. So let's do the 15 foot auto loader. How much is this? Yeah. And so I'll show that. So let's go back and lease. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, it's just time. I want all those trees to be to be felled. All right. So now I'm going to have to show off my embarrassing crane skills. We'll get there. Alright. And then this is actually going to need... I think this tractor will be strong enough to haul. Of course I need a dolly, and I always forget. It's probably the one with the picture of the dolly here. Yeah, it's too expensive to buy. We'll still lease it. At some point I want a semi-truck. They're so nice to have. But hopefully this tractor will be good enough. If not, we'll figure it out then. Okay, not my best, sorry I was silent there, I was deep in concentration, not my best backup, but we got there. Now let's go fell some trees, and then we'll probably be done with forestry for a while, and the next time we do it, we'll have our own, like, planted field. Once we get into, like, 1 or 2 fields of planted trees, forestry becomes much easier. Am I going the right way? Yeah. We don't need this either yet, though we will in a bit. Yeah, it becomes much easier, faster. The lumber's like just better, easier to work with. And we'll be able to like get the sawmill and all that. Because I know right now it's like, well, we're going to chop down all these trees. We should spend $300 on the sawmill. And maybe that's true. Maybe if we did the math and got the spreadsheets out, it would tell us that, yeah, we should do that, but I'm not into optimizing. If you've ever watched me before, you know that I am not a min-maxer in farming sim, so I do what I feel, and I feel like we should just sell the wood. And then someday we'll have our own forest and our own and a sawmill and all that. But okay, so if we turn this on, so we got to unfold. So there's that, and then we want 15. So if we hit Y to 15 meters, probably should have done 20, but I think 15 should suffice for a lot of these trees. And let's start, I guess, just at the front. Hopefully like ones like this, like these are pretty big. Hopefully this one can take care of these. It should. Alright, so we get this ring. And now we have to turn on. It should open up. Yep. There might be another view. Yeah, I don't like this view either. So this is good enough. So lower it. Alright, I want it up and out like that. There we go. Tree is too thick. Oh wait, I think we're good. Because that's green. A line. I don't think we have to actually do that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It was green. Why did I mess with it? Okay, next time it's green, don't let me hit any buttons. It's usually not this finicky. This is really weird. What in the world? I've never had this much. What's annoying is it was green, and then I hit align to tree, and then it like completely... Okay, let's go here, I guess? I don't... This looks very aligned. I am perplexed. Okay. There we go. So it was... That's weird. So no... Okay. 15 meters, we're going to cut. Not every tree will take this long. So now... We'll just do one for now to show. So now we can swing it around so that it's like off to the side. And if we hit cut, it'll cut a 15 meter clean log. For some reason it always tilts into me. Well, that was not at all what it was supposed to do. That's really annoying. Okay, let's do one that actually works. Let's try this one. This one might just be too... Yeah, this one's just too thick. Let's do this tiny one. Okay. So what's supposed to happen... Like, I'm getting annoyed that it's... Okay, then we'll go... It wants to go right, so we'll just go right. Fine. So now it's going to finish. My cat's going to come hit the microphone. So a lot of these might be too thick. Like this one, maybe I should have got that 750. Wow. I'm kind of surprised at how big these trees are. Like, is this one even going to work? Oh boy. I may have made a huge mistake. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? How are all of these so... This is wild. This is another reason it's nice to plant your own, because you plant ones that actually work with this thing. So I may have wasted just a lot of money. Well, we can still go in and do like all these smaller ones. Yeah, because these will be really quick. Wait, why didn't it... What? Oh, Forestry. Never change. I mean, actually do change. Like, change a lot. It was green, and then it turned not green. There, it was green. What? There. Okay. Now it wants to go right, so we'll go right. Otherwise it's going to hit me again. Turn. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm being swarmed by 3 cats. It's not great. Okay. So now, before we move on, let's show the autoloader just so you can see why. Okay. Let's hope this works. So start auto load wood, switch auto load to right is probably what we want. Start unload, no, show unloading, change number of piles. I don't know what that means. So there's like a lot of options. I think really all we need is unfold additional forks. Whoa. Don't need that, it's cool though. Yeah, all we really need I think is the auto load to right, and then obviously start auto load wood. This is 10,000 times better than trying to load wood yourself. Like, it is just, it's too finicky of an operation. I can't. So I won't. Okay. Yeah, so if we hit start auto load wood, Then when we drive near the log, as long as it's 15 or less, it should just pick it up. It's been a while since I've used this, but that's how it, yeah. Isn't that just so much better? I mean, it truly is. Now, obviously, I would do like the whole forest and then just come in. I don't know how close you have to get, but obviously... Okay, it does not want to do that one. I'm glad the first one worked, or else I'd be very red-faced right now. Okay, so that one doesn't want to do. This one might be too long because it didn't get cut. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So if we get out and we just cut it shorter. So 15 looks to be here-ish, maybe? Let's hope. There we go. And then for some reason, it doesn't want to do this one either, even though it should. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, a bit of a bust, but that's okay. So I will continue off camera. I don't know how much I'll do, because this is going to be this is a chore. This is going to be a big chore, but hopefully in an episode or two we'll at least have like maybe all this done, sold, all this land will be ours. We can make it look nice and start making it like our home instead of just like a little tent setup. We can actually make it like our little base of operations, get a little shed. Oh, I cannot wait. So yeah, I wish the forestry had worked better, but here's the thing, it never does. That is forestry. At least for me. Maybe someone's super good at it. There probably are people who are super good at it, but that is it's not who I am. So that's going to be it for this episode. We will continue forestry, and then in August we'll harvest mini onions, and cool. That's where we are. Thanks, as always, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have yourselves a very nice day.